she used an eye drop that they prescribed for her son some months ago. She was having burning, she was having blurry vision. I want to believe that every adult at one point or the other has used an eye drop or even a combination of eye drops before, because even parents come around to get eye drops for their children. So it's also in place to say that children also use eye drops. But the reason why you're not getting the best out of your eye drops may be because you are not using it the right way. It may be because you are using the eye drops in the wrong way, or you didn't wait enough for your pharmacist to explain how to instill the eye drops into your eyes. And that's why in this video I want to list out tips on how best to use your eye drops to get the most of the eye drops. I am Pharmacist Abimbola, and this is Health Talk, where I discuss everything about your health, your wellness, and drugs. Like I earlier said, the reason why you're not getting the best result from the use of that eye drops maybe because you are not using the right eye drops, or because you're not using it the right way. For instance, recently, I have a sister that told me that she used an eye drop that they prescribed for her son some months ago. So she had it at home and she instilled it into her eyes because she was having some discomfort. And that further aggravated the eye discomfort. And that was simply because she used an expired, or let me say contaminated eye drops. Your eye drops is not supposed to be used after 4 weeks of opening. So once you open your eye drops and it's 4 weeks, even if you have not used anything out of it, you just have to discard it. You cannot use it again. So she said she was having burning, she was having blurry vision. So first tip is that you don't use your eye drops once it has been opened and it has stayed for 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, you can't use that eye drops again. You can only use your eye drops within the first 4 weeks of opening it. That's when you get the best out of the eye drops. Secondly is the fact that most of these eye drops, once you break their seal, they are not yet punctured. So the drops are not coming out yet. And some people make the mistake of getting an external pin or other sharp object just to puncture the eye drops, which is very wrong. Usually, if you open the seal of your eye drops, it's so unfortunate I don't have any eye drops here. So if you open the seal of your eye drops, you have to tighten it again. Then you tighten it back. That way, there is a sharp object inside the cover of that eye drops that will puncture it. So by the time you tighten it and loosen it again, you find out that it would have been punctured and the drops will be coming out. So the second tip is that you do not use an external object to puncture your eye drops. If you do so, you contaminate the eye drops already. Thirdly is that ophthalmic preparations, eye drops, are sterile. So don't introduce anything into the tip once you puncture, not even your eyelashes. So it is best that you get somebody to help you instill the eye drops, because if you try to do it yourself, there is a very high probability that the tip of that eye drops is going to touch your eyelashes, if not your finger. So get somebody to help you instill that eye drops into your eyes, and the person should preferably wash his or her hand before doing so. So the third tip is that you get someone to do. The fourth point is that when you want to instill your eye drops into your eye, it's not enough for you to just open your eyes. You're supposed to wash your hand and use your hand to pull down your lower eyelids. You pull it down and then instill. That way, the fluid, the eye drops will enter into the appropriate quarters. So the fourth tip is that you use your finger, wash your finger and use it to deepen, or you lower your lower eyelids before you get someone to instill the eye drops into your eye. Lastly, if you are using a combination of 2 or more eye drops at the same time, you should wait for like 3 to 5 minutes interval between each one. You don't apply the first one and immediately apply the next one. Give the first one some time for it to enter into appropriate quarters before you instill the second one. So the last tip is that when you're using 2 or more eye drops, give 3 to 5 minutes interval before instilling the next one. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.